What's up, guys? Welcome in. How we doing tonight? How's everybody's Monday going? Right? Today's Monday, right? Sometimes I forget. Lose track. What's up, Dakota? How we doing, Material Man? Dakota, it's here. It's looking very clean. Sounds good, Dakota. Yeah, just send me a DM. What's up, Byron? Byron DeGraw. How we doing, guys? Welcome in. No problem, Dakota. No problem. What's up, Lisa? How we doing, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Queue's open. Queue is open, so feel free to hop in. How we doing, guys? Welcome, welcome. What's up, Jesus? What's up, Francis? What's up, Michael? How we doing, Linus? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hope you all having a great Monday, great start to your week here. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Our queue is open. Anything in the shop can be sent sealed, or we can open it on the live for you. What's up, Zach? How's it going, man? Welcome in, everybody. not too much. Yep, feel you. Feel you. What's up, guys? What's up, Grizzlies? How we doing? How we doing? Good vibes. Welcome in. What's up, Jesse? Geeked. What's good, guys? Welcome in. Welcome in. How we doing, y'all? Appreciate the likes, Max. What's up, JV? Ketchum, Andy, Jose. How we doing, guys? What's up, Cisco? How you doing, Typical? Appreciate the like, Cisco. What's up, guys? Audrey. We got plenty of stuff. Yeah, man. Yep. We're doing well. You know, still plugging away in the crazy crazy times as Pokemon, you know. It's all over the place. What's up, Ethan? More cheese. Nice. If you guys didn't join us last night, we did get a restock of our Chinese product on Friday. That came in Friday. So in terms of Chinese product, we got Blade Awakening. You can pull the Greninja. Some other SARs would be from like Temporal Forces, right? So you got the Iron Crown, Iron Leaves, Gouging Fire, Walking Wake, Raging Bolt, Iron Hands, all those ones as well as the Greninja. That's from Twilight Masquerade. We've got Grand Gathering in. We've got them in the collector's accessory boxes you see up there on your screen on either side of the Glaceon sleeping there. We've got Gem 4, we've got Gem 5, VMAX Climax. We got the Volume 1 First Partner sets back in of the Chinese product, right? So you get the one promo, a pack of Brilliant Illusions in that, and the card display. And then we also got Volume 2 in for the first time. So you got Volume 2, that's got the Johto starters. As a possibility there. Yeah, you got the red Gyarados on the Totodile. You got the Tepig, the Oshawott. All those guys. Appreciate the follow, Rufio. So we got those in stock. We've got Brilliant Illusions in stock. Let's see, let's see that. There's a hit in every pack. Yeah, so there's at least, with that one, there's at least a V. I believe you're guaranteed at least 3 VMAXs in a box. You're also guaranteed at least 3 character rares. And then at least a character secret rare. So the character rares look like this. So you've got Jolteon, Vaporeon, Flareon are possibilities. Houndoom, Bronzong, and then got the Chansey on the character secret rare. You have a chance to hit a V or V Max on the character secret rares. You can also hit gold. You can hit gold ultra rares, and then boxes can have second hits with trainer secret rares. And then there's also the chance to pull V Union cards. So that is a 4-card set that has a connecting art to all make one big card, one jumbo card. So when I opened a box, I got this Morpeko. But yeah, every pack has at least a V. At least a V. Yeah, man, it's an awesome set. And kind of just stumbled upon it with my Chinese supplier. So if you're not so hung up on the value of the cards and you want to buy stuff that has potential really high value to turn it around like that, VMAX Climax is a great set to do that. A lot of very cool artwork in there. You get a lot of shiny cardboard for a box of it. They've got they got Urshifu Single Strike, Urshifu Rapid Strike. You got there's Pikachu and Rayquaza VMAX in there as well. We pulled a Pikachu in red. Character secret rare is Pikachu V. Character secret rare there. We pulled the one of the Urshifu golds last night. And that was a double hit box, so that's in addition to the character secret rare. We pulled N with his Zekrom in a character rare, the Charizard character rare, yeah, you get the original 3 EVs with Bill. So you got Jolteon, Flareon, and Vaporeon as possible character rares. You get the Houndoom, like I just showed there. A lot of cool stuff in there. You got potential you could pull Sylveon V in the character secret rare. There's I believe there's both a V and a V Max Umbreon in the character secret rares. We did pull an Umbreon V Max, just a regular V Max, last night out of one of the boxes. So a lot of good stuff in there. What's up, Sonny? Welcome in, guys. Welcome in, everybody. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Happy to answer anything. Anything in the shop can be sent sealed, or we can rip it on the live for you. When we rip it, we sleeve and top load your hits. You get everything. Unless you tell us that you don't want bulk, then we won't ship it. But otherwise, we ship everything, including your bulk. All the hits, including your bulk. Hey, no problem, Rufio. No problem, man. What's up, Ethan? Missed on that. That's what that long wait was. Dang. So they have more 30th anniversary stuff drop on Pokemon Center. Interesting. Looks like it was still tough to get a lot of this stuff. A lot of people did get bundles, though. I just never hear about the drops until it's already like... I mean, from previous releases, I just would stop. I wouldn't even bother. Like, if you weren't already waiting, you know, like, for the queue to start letting people in, there was no chance that you were going to get anything. There's nothing was going to be left. Now, it does seem that they've kind of adjusted for that in 30th anniversary. It looks like a lot of people are still able to get access to stuff even after they've been waiting for several hours on there. But you know, I don't know about you guys, but I don't particularly do great when I have something on the side that needs to, like, it's telling me there's a 12-hour wait for it, and then to have to like keep going back and forth and checking it and making sure it didn't like clock me out or it didn't kick me out fully, and then I have to try to go back in, or so wouldn't have helped me too much. Oh, so you could get a mini tin display, so that's all 10 of the tins. Yeah, so the figures, they won't, I got them in. They won't let me, TikTok keeps automatically pulling it off the shop. So it's on my main shop site. They're listed up there. I don't have the binders listed yet. I did get them in. It's just I have to create a whole new listing, and I gotta find some images for them. I think the way I'm gonna have to do it is make an individual listing for each type. They sent me, I don't have multiples of any of them, so I figured the best way to sell them is to list them by the actual type it is, rather than just trying to say like it's a generic binder and then you just will get a random one, because I don't think people would be as likely to purchase those. So I gotta make that listing. I had enough time to make some of the listings for some of the new stuff that came in, but unfortunately the binders wasn't one of them. Yeah, you haven't missed them. We haven't put them up. I have the ones that I'll have that will be available, Dakota, are going to be, they sent me an Umbreon, an Eevee, Jolteon, Sylveon, and Glaceon. So those are the ones that I'm going to have listings for. So yeah, a lot of good ones on there. Yeah, they're all shrink wrap, sealed, all that good stuff. So. Yeah, I think they're gonna be, once I get the listing up, it's probably gonna be, I'm thinking about 135. I think. I have to double check, actually. I gotta double check what they ended up being. Yeah, I don't think it's too bad compared to what I've seen out there. Actually, I gotta make sure I have boxes that I can ship them in as well that fit, because they're kind of an awkward size, and you know, when I order, I don't get the it's not typical, you know, it's not your normal, like, go on a website, they got all the details, you know, the weight of the product, the dimensions and all that. So I did not know what the size of the box would be. So that reminds me, I gotta look at that and make sure I have some boxes that can accommodate the size. Should be under the Chinese. Under Chinese product. Chinese collection. Should be. Yeah, it looks like they're in there. Yes. Yeah, case comes with 9, and it's 1 of each. Order them? Alright. Very nice. Do you just want a full... You want the full case, right? Do you want me to open them, or do you want me to send you the case sealed? Because with the full case, I mean, you know which ones you're getting, essentially, right? You're getting 1 of each, and then that way you can like open them as you want. It's up to you. Either way. Because essentially what I'm going to do is end up putting them back in the box that they come in anyway, even if we did open them. Yeah. I mean, I think so. Well, I mean, I don't know. There's a whole lot of suspense in opening them. You know, you can kind of, if you want to do that, and you know, I don't know what your plans are, but do it with the kiddo and all that would be fun. I think more fun to do that than have me watch me do it. I'll put it that way. Watch me do it. What's up, Brian? So I will. I'm trying to think. Depending on the, I forget what the dimensions of the box I have. I'll figure it out, but I'll send you a message if something's different. Like right now, I don't have the cases opened. I don't know if I have a box that'll fit the sealed case like that. Otherwise, all of them, it'll still be all 9 from one case, all of them sealed. Worst case scenario. As long as that's okay. Otherwise, I can probably find a box. Sounds good, Dakota. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's just like an awkward sized size thing. But awesome. Yep, that'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, it's just like it's just the dimensions are odd, right? It's not you know, it's a 3x3. That's how it's stacked, but they're all. Let me see. I can grab it real quick. Not like we're super busy here. It's not quite as big as I thought, but it's kind of, I guess, almost like ETB thickness, but it's a little bit longer than an ETB. So I think I have boxes that were made to. I just gotta size it out, but see if I can get it the camera shot without all these things blocking it. So yeah, like I said, it's like the width is about the thickness of an ETB, but the length is a little bit longer, and I think it's a little bit taller. So. But yeah, I finally gave I was able to get over to my parents' house and gave her one of case that we had already opened, and she got the Sylveon. She pulled the Sylveon out of that one, so it is fun. I think, you know, obviously the blind box, you know, the randomness, the game of chance sort of thing. Yeah, she was happy to open it, and you know, excited for that. She's not as familiar with some of the newer evolutions, right? I don't know if she's 100% on the Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon. She knows Eevee. She knows the basic Eevee. So. Yes, that they are. That's why they tend to be so popular. I was watching somebody's, I think somebody's YT channel. They were talking about things they learned vending, right, at like a card show. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they do come out with one soon. What's up, Ben? And he said one of the things he noted was a lot of the most popular things happen to be, you know, the cute type Pokemon, right? The cute ones that aren't super expensive. They're not the super rare, biggest chases kind of thing, but they sell pretty well. And I think that's true across the board in terms of the cute ones, not just an isolated thing with his experience. Just because I think it appeals to more like a wider range of people, but also from like a collector standpoint, because there's not as big of a challenge with a price per card. And so if you have a wider customer base that it appeals to, plus they tend to be less expensive as far as singles go, so they do tend to move. Yeah, one of the only reasons I question the boxes I have is because one of the size boxes that I ordered a bunch of them, I haven't had to use them yet, so I don't. I got them in case, and I just haven't used them yet, so I don't know. But I'll find a box for it. We'll get it packed up, all nice and neat. Rather spend money on the things I think are cute and want or my son likes than the expensive. Yeah. Well, I think especially when it's a younger collector, I usually only feel like they get into like the more expensive cards because it's like maybe their friends hype it up, or they feel like because of the value. And I think it kind of takes away. What's up, Crusher? What's up, Alba? I think it kind of takes away from the actual collecting standpoint. Like, let's think about it as collecting, right? Something we enjoy and we have fun, and it brings, you know, it invokes some type of emotion when we get it. You know, it makes us feel warm and fuzzy or whatever, instead of looking at it from a purely a value and dollar perspective. Because then it turns into kind of like an investment type thing, where if you're only buying or you only want certain cards because of the value, you know, like let's look at things that we actually enjoy, right? It's things that we want to, you know, we enjoy seeing, flipping the pages in a binder and being able to look at. Fearfully doesn't understand the dollar amount. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's, like I said, for the younger collector, I think that's why they you know, the cards that they like, you know, they like for the aesthetic, the appeal of the card, not necessarily the monetary value that's attached to it. All right, Crusher. He sadly has expensive tastes without knowing it, though. Yeah. Well, that's the thing, of course. All right, Crusher, we got you 6. 6 Gem 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, Crusher, here we go. Good luck, brother. Yeah, I think I was similar as a kid. It was like the things that I liked or thought were cool or enjoyed, of course, were expensive. And maybe not even just like super young, but like just younger. Fancy. Like growing up in high school, I thought Oakley sunglasses were really cool. And of course, you know, they're all like $100. Charizard Rayquaza, Machamp, Onyx, Gyarados. Yeah. Most of those fall on that expensive end for sure. I don't know too many Onyx cards. I mean, I've got some. I think there's one. There's an Onyx that was a rare in a vintage set, an old set. Hey, there we go. Pikachu on the sparkly reverse. Milcery. Chansey. Stunfisk. Vibraven on our stamped. Oh, very cool. 3D figures. Awesome. Milcery. Yeah, things have come such a long way because, like, you know, when I was a kid, you could only get, of course, what was mass-produced and that kind of thing. Now, you have so much more access to, like, fan art type stuff or... Quaxwell. Right? Sniped it, Crusher. We already pulled this for you? I can't remember. I can't remember who was opening Gem 5. I know you had been chasing in there for a bit. Yeah. Maybe trade bait for some Gem 4 or something, you know? I'll top load the Pika too. You know, if you still need some ARs, maybe you can trade with somebody for a Gem 4 AR for that one. Or just make a whole Quaxwell page in a binder. Appreciate you, Crusher. Yeah, because you said you do have an LGS near you, right? That you go to sometimes. I know some places like that, they either have Pokemon nights or some of them host like trade, sort of like a trade type night. You know what I mean? People looking to come in and either meet other collectors and potentially do some trades. I think there's only one by me. I've never been to it. I need to check it out. Unfortunately, a few months, might have been back towards like January. They were broken into. Their shop was, so, which is not very common for the area I live in, but unfortunately has been more common with Pokemon shops. Yes, it does. Yes, it does, Dakota. Let's see. If you know anyone else master setting gems 4 and 5, have them message me. I will give them bulk. Gotcha, Crusher. Yeah. I will for sure keep that in mind if we see some people coming through that are mastering it. What's up, Alex? The the Ponyta. It's a tough one. Very elusive. We pulled, I think, what, 2 times? Well, we've pulled it once on live, and then one of the sealed orders that went out, it got pulled out of the box. So, yeah, it's tough. It is tough. Tell me I have 2 real ones. I don't need the card. Oh. Yeah. I'm sure the 2 real ones are way more expensive and valuable than the card. Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too. I was going to say. They got to eat a ton, I'm sure. Between, eating and then keeping them groomed and all that. I forgot what I was going to look at there. Some good ones. They know I'm broken. Try to be nice, I think. see here. Guess that's technically right. I just noticed that English prices are coming down. Yep, they are. They are starting to come back down. I've seen boxes, booster boxes of Pitch Black for as little as 190. As low as 190 so far out there. So that's a good sight, you know. It's a good sign. I think at least some of, and then I've seen some videos out there talking about the values on graded cards going down a bit too. You know, some notable like big set hits. Even the Mega Charizard out of Phantasmal Flames has come down a little bit. At one point it was over 900, and I think it's almost down to like 800 right now. I think when I saw it yesterday it was like 8. I think it was yesterday. It was like 830, and had been over 900 raw at one point. So. Yeah, 832. Yeah. So it is a good time. Yeah. Because if prices and values on stuff like that go down, that means the sealed product value should go down too, which then theoretically makes that more accessible, right? Because theoretically, you know, the higher value or the higher, yeah, that the big hits are, the higher valued they are, the more that, the more shops can charge for the packs, you know, for people who are trying to chase it and get it straight out of a pack. So not sure which comes first, if it's usually like the values overall. I mean, I think it's got to be the overall values, because if you think about it, like how many dollars for collectors are out there as these cards get so valuable. I mean, you got a set that came out less than a year ago, and it's over $800 raw is the main chase. I get it's a Charizard, but like, how long did it take, you know, the Moonbreon to get to be $800 raw? I've seen some crazy prices on stuff I never thought. I think the Dragonite V alt art out of Evolving Skies is like over $500 now, I think. And I bought it. I bought the single of it like maybe 2.5 years ago for somewhere like $90 or $100. It's insane how much some of the things have skyrocketed, and I mean, it's not like Evolving Skies was still in print back then. It's just Pokemon wasn't as hot from a collectibles standpoint. And of course, people wanted Evolving Skies, and packs of them were definitely, at that time, they were going for like $20 a pack, and now I gotta imagine they're like at least 50 now. But yeah, a lot of people were sleeping on that Sleepy Dragonite. So I got fortunate. I picked that up. I picked up a Lugia V of the alt art. I picked up the Giratina V alt art. I picked that up for like $200, and it's like $500 or something. It's got to be more than that, maybe. So looking at the Meowth from Perfect Order, it's down to $135. Only one you still need, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think in Perfect Order is a good one too. What people are saying, you know, there's a lot of people, because we all know how the market's worked, right? Overall, even the least favorable set of a particular era still goes up in value by a considerable amount. What's up, Matthew? Over time, right? If you were to hold on to it for like 5 years, you're easily doubling more than likely doubling what you paid for. So like if you got a Perfect Order booster box for like $170 right now, it might go down a little bit more over the next year or so. But and part of that's possibly because they're still coming out with products that have Perfect Order in it. So as long as, and that's what I would consider it being in print, as long as they're still incorporating that set into products, then it's not that hard to access sealed packs, right? But that's the time you want to take a look at, you know, maybe scooping up some singles from that set when they've dropped a bit, or, you know, maybe buy some booster boxes and then let them sit on a shelf. If you have that kind of money, obviously, you know, not everybody does. It's not, I mean, I say a couple booster boxes like it's no big deal, but, you know, even if it's $170 a piece, that's, you know, that's almost taxes and shipping. That's got to be like $350. So. All right, JD, I see you hopping in here. All right. We got you on 20 packs of Team Rocket. Korean here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 19 and 20. Whoa. And a box of Brilliant Illusions. Are we ripping everything, JD? Yes. All right. Box of Brilliant there. Double count the Team Rocket here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. All right. 20 Team Rocket. Let's get into Brilliant Illusions here. Box. Alright, let's start with the Brilliant Illusions here. Good luck, JD. Chansey, Abra, Tapu Koko. Sneasel, Larvesta, Absol, Okidogi, and Decidueye. We got the Reverum, Terrestrial Form Reverum on our EX, and Poliwrath. Always kind of trips me out for a second when I see the terrestrial forms of stuff. Has Reverum as a, it's Glamora, Tatsugiri, Perrin. Reverum as an electric type is, makes me pause. Ooh, Mushroom Dude. Stuffle. Houndour, the, Kyurem, right? Kyurem EX, very nice. Goldie. Hey, there we go. Secret rare Pesharant. Man, check out the texture on that holo. Let's go. And commons behind it. Very nice. So on the slim boxes, that's secret rares aren't guaranteed. So Skarmory, Larvesta, love to see him. Love to see him hitting here. Reverse Fan. Rillaboom. See if we can hit an AR here as well. Mushroom Man on the EX. Hey, appreciate the share. Watchroll, Raging Bolt Reverse, Executor, Alchemy. Applin. Eevee. Yes, it's a Feebas on our AR. There we go. Double hit in box. Love to see it. The Marowak behind it. It's a little goofy looking Pokemon, but nice AR. Alright, 3 more on Brilliant Illusions here. What's up, Lemony Fresh? Milcery. Milcery on the reverse as well. Execute. And it's a Teal Mask Overpon on the EX. What's that? And 4 EXs. AR and the secret rare. Nice box. Fish, reverse, Sarah Ledge, and Hypno on the last one. Alright. Moving into Team Rocket. Good luck, good luck. Korean Team Rocket here, guys. Nose Pass, Porygon 2, and Queen, and the Zamazenta. Alright, Pineco, Nidorino, Kangaskhan, and the Moltres EX. Very nice. Clamperl, Coffin, Squawkabilly, Sneasel Hollow, Grimer, Flaffy, Muck, Geo. Rocket Dark Energy and Annihilate Hollow. Porygon 2, Ampharos, and the Houndoom. Sent you a message before my phone dies. No rush. Just wanted to do it so I don't forget. Yep, I got you, Dakota. Appreciate that. Yep. Drowsy, Orbeetle, and the Nidoking EX. Alright, Nidoran, Mushroom Fella, Rotom, Clamperl's Evolution, Probopass, Mankey, Meowth, Rotom, Kablow, Zapdos Hollow. No problem, Dakota. No problemo. Larvitar, Porygon, Houndour, Fortress, and Weezing. Alright, Team Rocket's being tough. Growlithe, Zubat, Radio, Blaziken on the hollow. Mareep, Nidorina, Ampharos, Arcanine. So is this rumor about them giving Arcanine, the Growlithe Arcanine line, another evolution true? Oh boy. There we go. We hit the Houndoom AR. Let's go. Love that one. Get that in focus. She's a beauty. Gotta be one of my favorite Houndooms. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, Chad. We got SAR here. And it's it's Giovanni. Giovanni SAR. Let's go. Beautiful. Take the Feebas down. Mankey, Zubat, Petrol, and the Golbat. Watchtower, Spidops, Fire Chicken. And the Nidoqueen. So 3 more packs. 3 more packs here on Glory Team Rocket. We got Grimer, Rotom, the Drone, Wobbuffet Hollow. Skarmory. It's a Sea Titan, right? Sea Titan EX. Alright, last pack magic on Glory of Team Rocket here. Rotom as a Lawnmower, Nosepass, Rattata, and the Mimikyu. Alright, let's go over your hits here, JD. We got the Sea Titan, Nidoking, Moltres, Teal Mask, Ogerpon, Mushroom Guy, Kyurem, and the Revavroom. And on our top loaded hits here, we got the Feebas AR, Houndoom AR, Pesherant Secret Rare, and the beautiful Giovanni SAR out of Gloria Team Rocket. Appreciate you, JD. My handwriting's awful, chat. This is what happens when you rely on technology and computers so much in your day-to-day instead of actually having to handwrite stuff. The skills deteriorate beyond recognition. Alright, let's see. I believe we're still caught up. Yep. What's up, Jay Fizzy? How we doing, guys? Pinned at the bottom of your screen is the Grand Gathering collector's accessory boxes. We're going to be running a little flash sale on that in just a minute here. In about 30 seconds, the flash sale will go live. So check that out if the Grand Gathering set is of interest to you guys. There's also chances to pull different variations of the tins, so there's actually like different rarities of the type of tin, right? This is the look of just that base, the typical version, and then you've got a possible hidden version and super hidden, right? And then the coins are set to match a different variation as well. Right, so this is about what your coin would look like. If you can tell, at the very bottom of it, it says in English the name of the Pokemon. So it says Vaporeon there. And actually on the back, there's a small, very small icons of all the different evolutions in a circle on the back. So a lot of nice little details in there as well. And then it also comes with the 2 packs, right? 2 packs. Every one of those packs guaranteed at least an EX. At least an EX. So we've got a couple of the Flareons left, and then a whole bunch of the did I say that Flareon? We have a couple of Vaporeons left and a whole bunch of the Flareons. All right, we got Crusher hopping back in. 5 Abyss Eye. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, here we go. Drillbur. Spiritomb. Sharkadet. Zarude. Forget its name. Mega Darkrai on just the EX there. The last pack magic here. Electric. And the Infernape. A couple of these in there. We got a what's it, Volcarona V and a Gyarados V. I think these are out of the Korean Blue Sky, I think. Go along with your Mega Darkrai. Should be able to fit these in, I think. Thank you, Crusher. Appreciate you, man. What's up, Anita? We got that flash sale going on at the bottom of your screen, guys. Terrestrial Grand Gathering. Collector's accessory box, right? Comes with the tin, So I need one more rare card that I can't seem to pull. Which one's that, Crusher? Out of Abyss Eye. So Valley Hollow. Gem stuff. Let's see if I have any Abyss Eye bulk over here. Abyss Eye. What is? Let me see what the set number is, so I can identify them on the cards a little more easily. What's up, Chloe? M5. It would be M5. What's up, Nacho Libre? Not on those. I think I have a bunch of them by now. You never know. I mean, that's the thing. It's rare for a reason, right? The only thing I'm having trouble remembering is if we've had anybody donate their bulk on Abyss Eye. Not a set we've opened a ton of. I think I had 8 total boxes on the initial order, my initial stocking, and so we're down to the last box out of that one. It also doesn't help when the prices of the box go down compared to where you bought them, right? So they get a little bit tougher to sell and try to catch up with the with price adjustments and that kind of thing. Not in that stack. Got a decent amount of gem stuff. spinner stuff there. Not that stack either. PBM. Oh, pitch black. What's up, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. Let me know if you all have any questions here. Sorry, Crusher. It doesn't look like we have any Abyss Eye bulk in there. I think the most recent one, or most recent set we have bulk of is Ninja Spinner. It's the M4 set. We got a lot of gem bulk. No problem, man. Yeah, always help. You know, happy to help if we do have, you know, potentially some bulk or something that will help you complete the set. We know, you know, obviously you've gone in on it many times, so if we can help, but like I said, we haven't ripped a ton of it, but also what we have ripped, I don't think anybody's donated. Any of their bulk. Yeah, this is more Chinese. Chinese Scarlet Violet. Cards and code cards. Oof. Appreciate the likes, Crusher. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's see. We'll put... Hey, appreciate the likes, Human Alistor. Pinned at the bottom there, we've got boxes, booster boxes of Grand Gathering. That's going to go on a flash sale here. It's going to be a little over 10% markdown there. We're going to have it at $109.99, guys. So that will take us out to about the end of the stream, depending on where we are. If we're ripping for anybody or anything like that. So take advantage. Take advantage of that if it is one of the sets you're looking to collect in. live now. Do the Korean sets have reverse? Yes. I believe they have reverse hollows. Hold on. I did see we had some Inferno Korean in here somewhere. Let me see. Wasn't sure if they were like Japanese. So actually, you know, you might be right as far as the regular sets might be exactly the same, but like they're high class, they have the reverses. So yeah, I'm not seeing. So this is Inferno X. This is M2. I'm not seeing reverses, just the hollows. So you're right, as far as the regular sets, meaning the non-high class sets, they just have the hollows. I think. Yeah, the high class has reverses. So the high class here, we've got the Mega Dream M2A, and so you got the Psyduck or Golduck reverse. Some hollows. I think that's the only reverse that's in there. This is M4. Oh, there's a reverse. Metachan with the reverse out of the high class. So the answer being, I guess it depends. Yes and no. The regular sets like an Inferno or Rocket, they don't have reverses, but the high class sets do. Oh, no worries. I'll be honest, I hadn't really paid attention to that part. They follow, I think Korean follows it pretty much exactly the same. Chinese kind of does their own thing. Korean, so like Japanese and Korean, right? You'll have the Korean set come out usually about a month, like a few weeks to a month after the Japanese set comes out of the same one, right? They stagger the releases. It's typically, except for the 30th anniversary coming up here in September, it's typically always Japanese releases first. But then the way the packs are structured, as far as how many cards per pack and how many packs per box, it's pretty much exactly the same Japanese and Korean. What I will say is where the hits are, like how inside each pack, how it's structured in terms of where like the rares are, the hollows or whatever, that is slightly different. Korean tends to be slightly different. Other than that, I think they're pretty much like a carbon copy. The Chinese stuff, though, that I'm still learning as well, because that they kind of do whatever the heck they want. Theirs does not follow really a standard pattern. You know, the gem sets obviously have so many different variations of each card. I think there are reverses in like Brilliant Illusions, so what I would call like a regular set, right? One that's not a gem set where all the cards are essentially at least a reverse holo. There are some reverses in there. They're not terribly common. It's not like every pack has them. So. Always learning, Crusher. Always. Pokemon's gonna keep us on our toes. It's interesting. So I think too, really with the English product of putting in reverses, I think the major part of that was so that people couldn't weigh packs. You know, a lot of the vintage stuff, you can theoretically weigh them and have a heavy or a light. The thing is that if you have packs that you don't know, like if you don't have the whole booster box of packs, you don't know for sure what weight constitutes a heavy versus a light, because each set can be kind of different. Like I don't know the exact measurements, but you can have them, you know, in one set, what comes up as, or I say one set, in one box, you could have a certain weight that would be light for another box, but in that box it's actually heavy because compared to the other packs in that box, it's heavy. So it's, anyway, that's more complicated, but that's why they started, I think, in English, giving doing reverse holos in every one, and a minimum of a holo. I think that helped as well. But you always had reverses to try to keep people on their toes about whether it's a heavy pack or not, so that you can't search them. Japanese doesn't do that, though. Japanese, I think you can tell. I think you technically can search those packs. I've even seen things, right, with like those little handheld metal detectors or something. I don't know exactly what they are, but I've seen people use those on Japanese packs to be able to weed out like holo packs versus non-holos. So theoretically, you could have people searching packs doing that. That's why I don't like buying loose packs. I don't buy Japanese loose packs. I don't buy any foreign language loose packs. You have no idea if they've been searched or not. Like I said, significantly more difficult for English packs to be searched nowadays. Not impossible. There have been situations, right, if there's like God packs and that kind of thing, there's potential for being able to sort those. But again, it's like relative. The weights are relative. Just because it hits a specific weight doesn't guarantee that it would be a God pack. Because I don't know if there's multiple manufacturing facilities yet in the US. But theoretically, you know, they could have, you know, the thickness of the code card could be different. So it throws off the weight. All sorts of stuff. So from trusted people, I'll buy the pack for English, but I do not buy the pack for any foreign language stuff because they're so much easier to search, and they're just so much more prevalent in terms of, like I said, being searched or having boxes, right? Sometimes they'll rip through a bunch of stuff in boxes until they like get a box hit, or at least this is what I've heard of, right? And then any of the packs left in the box, then they'll like set those aside and consider them like dead packs, right? Because once they hit the box, the box hit, then they stop ripping. So it's possible to get stuff like maybe art rares and EXs and that kind of thing, but they're looking for the hits that would demand some cash on the secondary value or secondary market. So what's up, J Mendo? Stormy boy. Welcome in, Carmen. Queue will be open for a few more minutes, guys. Feel free to hop in until we'll keep it going until the flash sale expires here. We got 5 more minutes. Feel free to hop in. We will stay on and rip if you'd like to hop in. No worries. Just typically somewhere between 10:30 and 11. If it is still quiet or is quieted down and we're all caught up, that's typically when we close up the queue. And right now we're all caught up, so please feel free to hop in if you'd like. Like I said, we will stay on and rip. You guys can always place orders sealed. Always place sealed orders any time of day. Any time of day, guys. We don't have to be live for you to order sealed. What up, Zach? Bankhead, how we doing, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. That flash sale is live for another 3 minutes. Take advantage and hop in. Thanks, Crusher. You too, man. Have a good one. We'll be closing her up in just a couple minutes here. What's up, Xavier? Alright, guys, that flash sale's coming to an end here, and we're all caught up on the queue. So we're gonna go ahead and close up shop for the evening here. We'll be back Wednesday night. Wednesday night, guys, about the same time, right? Somewhere between like 8 to 8:30 typically. We go live, right? And we stay on until at least 10:30. And sometimes a bit later if we're, vibing or people are, hopping in and we're ripping and all that good stuff. So make sure to come join us if you're not following us already. Hit that follow button. Make sure you catch us anytime we go live. And we appreciate all y'all's support. And we'll see you next time.